I got married in August of 2009, and we had grown up together, and we had dated for 5 years, and really had found music to be one of the things that really brought us together. We were both leading worship at church at that time and writing different songs, and so it made sense that the next logical step would be to get married. And so we get married, and things were working out really well. I was making a lot of money, working at a job I was really good at. Now I had the wife, we had a place to stay, and things just seemed to be really good. Fast forward about a year, it's the night of our 1-year anniversary, and she says, "I can't do this anymore. I'm gonna need you to leave." A few months prior to her coming to me and basically saying, we need to call it quits, is I started going to 24/7. This is prayer room in uptown Charlotte, and I would go there every day and just journal and listen and write, and I really begin to pursue the Lord and find out what He meant to me as a father. And that was in June, and then in July, Renovatus Church came, and I got part of the desk community, and it was really, I started to find out who I am as a child of God. It was beautiful. And then the next month is when everything just crashed down. So it was almost like the Lord was setting me up, drawing me to Himself, surrounding me with community, and then everything falls apart. And if it didn't stop there, 3 months later, my boss pulls me into the office and is like, "We're gonna have to let you go." And everything that I'd worked so hard for just fell apart. I was devastated. So I think most songwriters write more when times are bad. But for whatever reason, I hadn't written a song in a year and a half going through all of this. And one day I was sitting in my room, and I had this dream almost. I was laying face down in my bedroom, in the carpet, and I was just sobbing. I couldn't breathe. I was crying so hard. And then after a few moments, I became aware of someone else lying beside me, just sobbing just as hard. You could just hear it. And I looked over, and it was actually Jesus, face down, tears in his eyes, face red with the imprint of the carpet on his face. And he looks at me, and I realize he's crying because I'm crying. He's crying with me. And he gets up and leaves the room and comes back in the room with this bowl of water and takes my shoes off and begins to wash my feet, to serve me. And if there was ever a time when I thought I knew what it meant to call him Father, in that moment I knew what it meant for him to call me a son. I woke up, if you will, from that dream or whatever it was, and I ran to the piano and I just began to write a song. It's called Calling Me by My Real Name. It talks about how come and he washes my feet. He comes and embraces me, a liar. I'm caught by his truth. And for the first time in a long time, I felt loved, I felt at peace, and I felt joy. It was the first song that I'd written in over a year and a half. I'll never forget that in my darkest time, the time when I felt I had lost everything, that the Lord brought a community and to surround me and embrace me. And I realized what it meant to be fully known and seen and loved by a God who loves me so much, who's always pursuing me. And the way that it's turned my life around since then, this will actually be my 2nd year anniversary at Apple, where I work currently. I love my job. And I'm actually getting married in September to one of the most amazing, beautiful, and wonderful girls I've ever met. She's a true treasure. Taken a long road to get here, but what I've learned along the way has been so valuable. My name is Chad Davis, and I've been ransomed.